Welcome back, my friends. I am Brian, and you are Chords and Notes Nation. This is going to be Watermelon in Easter Hay by Frank Zappa, the one and only. This is a live performance from May 17, 1988, in Palace de Ports, Barcelona. Huh. Okay, let's get rolling. Yeah. So I mean that was really really good. Um I was surprised because with Frank Zappa, I'm kind of used to zany off the wall stuff that sounds like amazing. And this was more sonically straightforward and was amazing. Um it was not anything that was overly complicated. It had the feel of something that was just right. As a guitar player, and not that kind of guitar player, I just as a hobby, but for so many years, um, there are rare moments where something just has this feel that's just so right. That's why I'm able to remember certain pieces that I've of music that I've never finished, but I've remembered them for decades, um, and I play them all the time just because they feel right. There's a connection between the expression of the guitar player and the guitar that it's almost as if the guitar is drawing this out of you. And that's what I was feeling as a listener of this song, that this emotional sound was being drawn out of him, and transferred to us through the guitar. It wasn't just him playing something. Does that make sense? It to me it does. Um, I was admiring how he didn't have to be all over the fretboard. He basically picked a shape, a few frets on the board, and a couple of strings where the main phrasing took place. Now he dropped down an octave and added some things as the song progressed to give it this sense of motion. But he was hovering around the same notes with his phrasing and connecting together these musical sentences and then repeating them, but with some variation. All very sound musical composition. And there was a couple of times the camera was showing the brass section behind him, and one of the guys was looking at the other one, and he had this look on his face that to me was like, "What do we do next?" Because they weren't doing a whole lot, like what are we supposed to do here? Or it was just absolute admiration because of that moment. It just felt right. Um, and I love it when other musicians that are live in the same performance show this appreciation for the lead musician, in that moment. I think that's just a really, really awesome sign of respect. And speaking of respect, the more that I listen to Frank Zappa now at this point in my life, the more I'm starting to respect his music. Um, Yeah, I have reacted to a handful of his songs. I do have a playlist, a Frank Zappa reaction playlist. You can find that on my channel. Look under the playlists. I may link it to the end of this video as well. I do appreciate you spending time with me, and I would hope that you explore my channel, my channels, everything that I do. All of that information is in the description box below. But that is all I have for this one. So God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. Make sure you love one another. And I will talk to you in the next video.